to the republic for which it stands,
one nation, under God,
indivisible,
with liberty and justice for all.
Guns, self-defense, concealed carry. This is the Patriot Defense Podcast. From the war room in Idaho's high desert, here's your host, Todd Echols.
We are back. Here we are once again tucked away in the war room somewhere in the high desert of southern Idaho. Tonight I am joined by Mr. Tarver and Mr. Mark.
Hello.
Hello.
Is that my cue?
That's your cue.
That's my cue? Sorry.
We have,
Point to us next
we have
time.
a number one rule, no dead air.
Okay.
No dead air.
There you go.
Okay. We're back.
How have you guys been? It's been a couple weeks. I know we didn't make it for a show last week.
Well, you were up kind of romping around the hills, weren't you?
I was up shit creek without a paddle because I broke my clutch linkage on my old Scout and got to do some exciting things and MacGyver it with some zip ties and a piece of firewood.
You had a really nice view out your tent.
Oh, man. Beautiful. Camped right on the lake, up top of the mountain, crystal clear. You had the mountains reflecting in the lake. It looked like a mirror.
That was a nice picture.
It was beautiful. And then I woke up and I cooked breakfast, and there's nothing like cooking a pound of bacon in a Dutch oven frying pan.
Wait a minute. You had cellular access out there?
No, I posted it when I got back.
Okay. So it was almost an episode of Alive.
Almost,
Alone.
except for I had a Dutch oven and bacon.
Okay.
And a broken vehicle.
Bacon.
Bacon. I cooked a pound of bacon in that Dutch oven. It was heaven.
I bet.
It was heaven.
Sounds amazing.
And then I had to share my tent with my sons, and they kind of made it smell all funky and nasty. Other than that, it was a great time. We had a good time. So what have you been up to, Mr. Mark?
Selling guns and stuff. Yeah, not much really.
Anything exciting going on at the gun store? Anything
It's been a little slow. I mean, we sold a couple today sold a 380 Easy Shield today, a Bergara rifle.
But you have the new Mossberg.
We do have the Mossberg MC1 in.
The Mossberg. Have you sold many of those?
Yeah, actually, we've sold quite a few. I sold one to a lady that took your class today. So.
That's right, and she shot very well with it. I was very impressed. The mags look like toys. They are see-through.
Yeah.
In a way, they kind of should be, though. I mean, you got little peepholes and everything. Just
you
make
can
the
use
thing
the
see.
Glock
That's
43
true.
mag in it.
That's what she was telling me.
Yeah.
So her husband borrowed the gun for the bullseye shooting contest portion of my class at the very
let him
end.
take the gun?
She let him take the gun, and bullseye, man. The Mossberg came out on top. It was the debut of the Mossberg in one of my classes. Never had one. I was actually impressed.
They get good reviews.
So we did the bullseye competition, and then I said, "Okay, we're done. Let's clean up or whatever." And he walks up. He goes, "We're not done yet." And I'm like, "I'm not done yet." And I did something I never do. He handed me a magazine loaded with 9mm rounds. Handed me the Mossberg. And goes, "We want to see you shoot." And I turn around. There's like 21 people staring at me, and I'm like, yeah, I don't normally shoot in class. Oh, we're going to stay here until you shoot. So they forced me to shoot the Mossberg.
You think he thought he had you outshot?
I think he thought he did, and I put all 6 rounds in. Wasn't quite in the bullseye, but I put all 6 rounds touching. I mean, I'd never shot the freaking gun before.
Yeah.
And
so how was it? How's your opinion of it?
It wasn't bad.
That's not a ring.
It's not a bad gun. I mean,
that's not bad.
My biggest.
Y'all were getting me hyped. I was like, damn, I gotta go buy another gun.
My biggest question is all these concealed carry handguns come out.
Right.
They're all like within a certain range of capacity. 6 to 8 round capacity. Like Mossberg comes out with their first ever handgun in however many 100 years or whatever.
Right.
And they make it like everybody else's. I'm kind of like, it's just like another one.
I was looking for that tang safety up on top.
I don't know. That's the only question I have on it is they're so late in the game, and they just made it like everybody else's.
I think they just want a piece of the pie. So how much?
Sure they did,
how much is that gun?
Roughly, I can't remember. $349 maybe.
It's not priced much.
$329 maybe.
So,
I can't remember.
I don't know. I think they just want a piece of the pie. I mean, maybe they're testing the waters.
Well,
okay,
they should. I mean, it is a very lucrative market, I guess.
Yeah.
For similar weapons in that price category, how does it fare?
Review wise, it's pretty good. There's the way it takes down is a little weird. You got to take the firing pin out, take the the slide plate off. But
why would you do that?
I don't know. I mean, it does make you clean your firing pin, I guess. Or
why
something.
would you? Well, no, so go on. I have a question.
Well, that's the only thing that I other than coming out with that gun, I question the way it takes down.
So what's the point of what is the point of that? Why would you create? I mean, most guns take down the same way, right?
Right.
Pretty much. I mean, that's not a patent way of taking a gun down, is it? Why wouldn't you just make it like everyone else? Why would you make it more difficult?
Well, they probably didn't want to be like the status quo. They wanted to be a
Make
little
it
different.
difficult.
I like the gun, but they wanted to be a pain in the ass.
They're
is
not
that a
that
good
bad
selling
though.
point?
It's not hard to do. I mean, it's like a little button on the back of the slide plate, and you push it, and then you pop it out, and then you take the firing pin out. It's not that bad to take down.
Okay, I just was wondering.
It's just different. It's weird. Like,
I don't know why they can't all be the same.
It's like you. I'm so used to taking a gun apart a certain way, except for that one.
We'll talk about this in a minute. That's a whole
but no,
set of
it's
shows
just,
dedicated to this baby.
It's not difficult. It's just different.
All in all, I would say it's a good little gun. I mean, I don't have any bad things to say about it. I shot it well, picked it up. It was like 6 rounds.
I wish the capacity was a little better, but
it feels good in the hand. It's not too small. It actually fits my hand.
yeah.
How was the trigger?
I don't know that it was amazing, but it wasn't horrible. I don't remember, to be honest. They were all watching me. I picked it up. I shot it. But it wasn't horrible. It wasn't like I didn't shoot the gun and go, oh my gosh, that's a horrible trigger. I never want to touch a trigger like that again. I think it was probably average. I don't think it was cutting edge by any means, but it's shootable.
I have the cutting edge coming.
The DB9.
I have the Canic.
You have the Canic.
I have the Canic en route.
Which one?
Yeah, what Canic?
All right, now it takes a minute.
How much can
It's
Canic
the
Canic
Elite
can?
Combat
Oh, the
Executive.
Combat?
So wait,
the
okay.
executive.
Okay,
Oh.
let's stop. Let's stop. Let's go down the list.
Okay.
And you give me how many Canics do you have now? 3 or 4? You're gonna have 4.
This is the third one.
Okay, so which one? What's the full name of the first one?
The SF, and then I have the
TP9
SF.
Okay,
SFX.
what's the next one you got?
The TP9 SFX.
It sounds like a freaking TV station. Okay,
Right.
It's a great gun, though.
It is a good
what's
gun.
this next one?
The Canic Elite Combat, the SF Canic Elite Combat
Executive?
Executive. There you go.
SFXE? What? Huh?
Actually, I think they changing it from SF to
Is it-
CE for Combat Elite. I don't know. It's just
SEXFE?
I don't know. I'm just glad I don't have to rattle that off before I pull it or anything.
The freak.
You gotta
Prepare,
yell-
my friend. You're
you
about
gotta-
to face the Canic Elite Combat.
You got to
Executive.
yell it before you pull the
Did
trigger.
it have an extra long slide so they could fit it all on there?
You know, that actually reminds me of something. When I took your class many years ago, you used to have us yell something before we'd shoot the
I haven't
target.
done that for a while.
And like that, I remember I can't remember who it was now, but somebody yelled, "Put the money in the bag," and you're like, "No!"
That's the wrong thing to yell. Tarver's going to take the class and he's going to yell, "Don't make me shoot you with my Canic super fast executive
Elite
Converse
gun.
elite gun." Whatever.
Yeah, they're getting a little out of hand with the
That was
name. I'm
actually
like,
kind of
come
fun.
on.
You know, I remember what I yelled. I was like, "Remember the Alamo!"
Oh yeah,
I
I
had
had a cowboy guy come in. He's from like Three Creek, like way out, in nowhere, Idaho. Love that place, by the way. But he's out there, cowboy, worked a ranch. He came in and he yelled. So it's you have to yell something at the target. We do it one at a time so we can all hear. I used to record them and post it on Facebook. They yell something at the target.
Why?
And
Just for fun?
Just for fun.
Well, this is for fun. There's a reason behind it.
Get off my lawn.
There you go. So no, it was actually what it is. It's like, you're in a parking lot, especially if you're female or whatever, and something happens. You want to draw attention to it. Get out of here. I've got a gun, whatever. Be loud, draw attention, get someone to dial 911, maybe draw attention, scare people away, whatever.
They're just going to film it.
Yeah, I know. But at least you get some good footage.
Okay.
Here we do it. We have fun. It's something fun to do. And I have them yell whatever they want to yell. Some of them, hey, I got a gun. Or whatever. This guy, he yelled, it was a line out of an old Western. It's like shoot low, Sheriff. They're riding Shetlands, and then he emptied 7 rounds into the target. And I had another lady I go to church with. She's a funny lady anyhow. She's like, no, you can't have my brownie recipe, and 7 rounds into the target. I've heard all kinds of stuff. It's pretty good. It's a fun drill. I don't do it all the time now. My classes kind of gotten big that we get kind of short on time, and so I don't always throw it in there now. So, but anyhow,
that was fun.
Yeah, it was. You've got a new gun coming. When's it supposed to be here? Do we know?
I do not know.
Do we need to? We all need to shoot it when it comes in.
I'm getting 1,000 rounds to go with it.
Oh, sweet.
So we're going to pepper through those.
What else have you been doing besides spending money on new firearms?
Well, I was selling a couple of firearms, and I'm not real impressed with the market. So I'm
Not
like,
real fond about
no, I'm not. People calling, arguing over 20 cents. I'm like, hey, man, let's go on with that.
Okay. Well, did you guys happen to see? So we're running this. I'm gonna plug this every show. We're running this promotion. Patriot Defense is running this promotion, and I ordered a cannon, or not cannon.
You should have ordered a cannon.
I ordered a High Point limited edition Yeet Cannon. I'm holding it up to the TV. There's nobody here. Nobody. We're not doing live video today. So a Yeet Cannon. I've got the Yeet Cannon in my sweaty palm of my hand here, and we are going to run this thing through a series of tests.
Go to Facebook. There's an unboxing video.
There is an unboxing video. So I unboxed it with a twist. Have you guys ever? You haven't seen it yet.
I've heard about it.
Have you seen an unboxing video ever like that? Ever? Say no.
No. I was trying to describe what it reminded me of. I have nothing.
That was a pretty good unboxing video, right? And that's just a taste.
It's a little nuts, actually.
That's a taste of what we're getting. My son thought he was going to die, but it's okay.
Yeah, he was scared.
No one was harmed or died in the making of this 4-minute video, I promise. It's on YouTube. Supposedly, I'm going to get my YouTube embedded into my website. And you can catch it on Facebook, the Patriot Defense Facebook page. It's on there. So view it, like it, share it with your friends, subscribe to the YouTube channel. There will be more videos coming out soon, at least one more this week. I'm not sure what the next test is that I'm going to put this thing through.
These YouTube videos are not always going to be about bashing on high points or breaking in high points.
Why not?
Well, I mean,
for now it is.
For now it is. But
for now it is.
Eventually, it'll move on to other guns. Probably.
It'll move on, but you gotta love it for the. You gotta give it a little.
Why not start with
a little
the
Yeet Cannon love?
Why not?
Right.
That's a well-made firearm. I mean, the tape didn't even come off the sights.
You should have.
That's impressive.
You should see what I. You should see what I did to it. So I'll tell you. Go watch the video. I
can hear the dirt in it when you.
Oh,
pull
yeah.
The slide back.
It's beauty.
I can hear it.
So what I did is I got it. I took my knife. I stabbed a hole through the box.
Okay.
I then tied the box to the back of my four-wheeler. I had my son precariously sit on the back of the four-wheeler with a GoPro camera.
You got another son, right?
The strap, right? The strap was attached to your four-wheeler.
Yeah, I tied it to
and then the other end was attached to the box.
My son. No, the four-wheeler. So, yeah. And then I drug it around at a high rate of speed up and down my gravel driveway around my 2-acre pasture until it unboxed itself. That, my friend, is a classy unboxing video right there.
It came out of the box.
It came out of the box. We approached it.
It yeeted out of the box.
It yeeted right out of the box. And here's the best part. So you see everything yeeted right out of the box. You have an unboxing video, and you have people go like this. They take out, this is the beautiful literature. Oh, this is the magazine. Look at this gun. Look at the packaging. We did that too, but as we approached the Yeet Cannon, where it decided to unbox itself, I said, look at all the wonderful literature on the ground. Oh my gosh, I can buy Yeet Cannon gear.
You never opened that? You never looked in there?
No.
Wow.
It's a High Point brochure. Why would I look at it?
Well, that's true.
They have gear.
So anyhow, it was a good video. I had a good time. I think it got pretty good response. But what this is we have this gun. We have it up for a giveaway, and it's going on from the beginning of the week clear through October 31st. So you have about 3 months about 3 months. And if you take a pay for and take a class from Patriot Defense within that time range, that time period, you get 2 entries in the hat to win this gun. Now, if you are out of state or if you are a podcast listener, you're not from around here, and you would like a chance to win, you can put an iTunes review of the podcast up on iTunes. That'll get you 1 entry to try and win this Yeet Cannon, this High Point Yeet Cannon. You can like and share our page. I see that on Facebook. When that happens, I will mark your name down, and you will get another entry to win this Yeet Cannon. And I'm pretty sure, and I'm going to ask you because you're here, if someone from out of state wins this gun, I draw their name. As long as I go from an FFL to an FFL, I can ship this firearm and they can get it, correct?
Yeah, we can transfer it.
Okay, transfer. So what this is...
We might not be able to, but it can
It can be transferred. So what this is we are going to run all these tests on it. I was looking at it. I think this is already drilled and tapped for a red dot.
What? Let me see.
And we might possibly add a red dot to it. Only the cheapest quality we can get our hands on. Does that look like that's what that is?
Possibly. You might be able to. If not, you can.
If not, JB Weld is my friend.
You could rig it.
And we will attach a red dot to this. We might personalize it a little bit. We might engrave it, laser engrave it. I don't know why it doesn't work. It's probably gravel in there. And it might be a little scuffed up. It might be a little beat up. It's going to be war-torn. It's going to be experienced. It's going to be abused. And it may or may not work, but damn it, someo's going to win this firearm.
I believe they call it...
You just dropped down the entries quite a bit.
I think they call it battle-worn.
It's battle-worn.
Yeah.
It's custom battle-worn.
Nothing like the sound of a high point.
I love it. Nice. So, anything you guys want to add about the Yeet Cannon? Are you impressed by it at all?
What were you saying about dead air earlier?
I love this Yeet Cannon. What are you doing? I love my Yeet Cannon.
Yeah, most men do.
So, anyhow, it's going to be a good time. You'll put in. I want to make it the gun everyone loves to hate, the gun that people want to get their hands on. There's a gentleman that listens to this show. And he talked about it. I commented on Facebook because I want to win that gun. I want to win that firearm.
Well, I mean,
that would be Tiger. Tiger wants to win this
it?
gun. He
Yeah.
wants his firearm.
So here's the thing. I've been getting a lot of flack, and on Facebook.
I know.
People are like, how could you be promoting high points? Well, I'm not. I'm promoting the giveaway.
I'm promoting high points.
And
I'm promoting
I'm
giving away high
saying
points.
It's a G1, people.
I'm saying it's a high point, yes, but everybody loves giveaways. Everybody wants to win.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't matter what it is. I mean, unless it's like a pilot.
We're going to love it well, and you can take it home and love it even more.
Yeah. It's going to be famous. It's going to be on YouTube.
It's going to be on YouTube. That's worth its weight in gold, right? If it's on YouTube, it's awesome.
Yeah, there you go.
So, okay.
That is quite a weapon.
I want to talk about something that I saw in class today. It's kind of a pet peeve of mine, okay? When you are taking a class, remember to take your finger off the trigger until you're ready to fire the gun. I saw a lot of people over the past year or so, over all the classes I've done, not just this last class. It happens in every class. I know you've seen it as well. People, they end up putting their finger on the trigger, especially when they go and they rack the slide. Their finger is on the trigger. Now, what's going to happen if your finger is just resting gently on that trigger or in the trigger guard, and you rack that slide and you let the slide go, and the inertia, the momentum slings forward,
pushes your finger into the
pushes
trigger.
your finger into the trigger, guess what's going to happen?
Especially if you
Trigger.
have quite a heavy fire.
Yeah, if it's 5 pounds like the Yeet Cannon, you're going to have big problems. But no, you press
And when
that
it
trigger.
does go off, don't say I meant to do that.
Yeah, don't say that at
No.
all.
That is considered a confession.
There you go.
Don't do that.
You just,
So
you
just-
just admitted to a negligent discharge.
So that's just kind of a pet peeve that I had. Also, I did a private class last night, and you guys are going to be stunned here in just about 2 seconds when I tell you about this private class. This gentleman, a listener. What are you doing?
the grip.
What about it?
Do you remember the video I showed you?
Oh, yes. I'll let you talk about that in a
All
minute.
right. Anyway.
But the listener, his name was James Fisher. He's a listener. He drove down. He took a class. from me, a private class last night, and he already knew how to draw and shoot, but he wanted me to kind of watch him draw and shoot, kind of evaluate and see if there was anything that I could fine-tune him on or pointers or that kind of stuff. And he did very well. He can draw very well. We did work on a few things, but you guys are going to be impressed because guess what? He did the whole thing. And he was doing appendix carry. He was doing 3 o'clock and appendix carry. He was doing the whole thing with a 1911.
What kind?
More dead air.
I don't. Well, what I'm saying is, I thought you guys would be kind of stunned. I actually had a private class where a gentleman brought a 1911, and he did quite well with it.
I'm more stunned that you're promoting this.
I'm not promoting it. I'm telling you about it. He's lucky he didn't shoot his nuts off.
Well, did he have the hammer back while he was doing it?
Freak yeah, because we went
loaded,
we
huh?
went live fire, dude.
All
We
right.
went live fire. He did well. He did so well.
Locked and loaded.
And I like James, but he kind of I think he might have a little bit of a
Death
Tom
wish?
Selleck fetish.
Oh, okay.
Because of his love for 1911s.
Oh, I got you. Was he wearing a Hawaiian shirt and
He was not.
mustache?
He was not.
No, well,
But
okay.
the dude was fast. He was fast at drawing his shit.
Well, you have to be locked and loaded, or you're not. I mean, you
Yeah,
can't.
it's pointless if you're not. but
Yeah, and
still.
pretty
did
much
well.
it's the same thing as everything else.
I know.
The striker fire.
I just love to give 1911s a hard time. You guys know that, right? I mean, that's what I do.
That's
you guys,
what you do.
That's what you expect from me. So, Mr. Mark, I forgot your name. It's been a little while. Mr. Mark, have you
You
had
call me
any,
whatever. I've been called worse.
have
so.
you? We haven't had any thoughts from behind the gun counter lately,
No.
and we need some. Why are you
Okay.
holding back?
I got one that just happened today.
Okay, it's fresh.
It's the words that make you cringe. I'm from California. Anyway,
We had listeners in California.
well, no. I mean,
It's against the law now. They can't.
so I'm not sure how it works out. One of these guys lives here, the other one's visiting or something. I don't know. Maybe possibly moving up here. But these are the type of Californians that I'm okay with having
Okay.
because they are so fed up with the way things are in California. The one guy has a bunch of guns, but he won't tell anybody that he does because he's scared.
Okay.
That if you have a gun in California, you're a criminal instantly.
Covered in cosmoline and buried in the backyard.
Right. But he's
where I keep mine.
he was asking about Idaho's laws and I get asked this a lot. What's the wait time?
Oh,
everyone
thinks that there's a
and-
freaking wait time.
And I'm
they
like,
do.
I instantly, first thing that pops in my head is not what to say. It's
About 30 seconds.
I'm thinking,
What are you waiting for?
you're from California. That's the first thing I think of.
Yeah.
Why is this guy asking? He's from California. That's why. Anyway, so yeah, but no, this guy was cool, and both these guys were cool. They
They're
were both
moving up here?
The one guy lives here, and I think it's his brother or brother-in-law or something. I'm not sure how it works out, but it sounds like the other guy is talking about moving here. But they're both pro-gun, and they both even said that the thing they hate the most is when people move from another state and then try and bring that state's politics with them.
That happens all the time around here. Look at Boise.
Yeah, look at Boise. But yeah, but these guys are, they're saying, no, we don't want what's going on in California. We want Idaho stuff.
That's good. That's the kind of.
And I'm like, hey, you're welcome here then.
yeah, come here, move here because it's Idaho. Don't
Yeah.
try to change it.
No, don't try and change it. If you're okay with the way Idaho is, then come on in.
Well, you saw
don't-
this story about I'm sorry,
No, go ahead.
Oh, you're good.
the U.S. District Judge in California, right? They,
Maybe not.
okay.
You tell us what that story is, sir.
What is it? Josephine Stanton
Oh, that sounds bad
of
already.
the Central District of California ruled this week that the existence of the Second Amendment, I can't speak, does not mean semi-automatic killing machines must be legal in California. So she basically compared the AR-15 to the M16, and they pointed out, no, they look the same. They're not the same. And she explained to them that because she's the judge and she knows everything,
Right.
that they're killing machines and they can't be, the Second Amendment doesn't protect them. And
Yeah.
this was a lawsuit brought by California Rifle and Pistol Association to try and
So,
fight back some of the laws they had. And this is the kind of judges they get. So, yeah.
right. One of the things that while these guys were there at the counter, Dan actually said something.
Oh, Dan's still there. Okay.
Yeah. So Dan says,
I hadn't seen Dan for a while.
He's been gone for a little while. He's been making buku bucks doing other things. But he actually said every politician, and I kind of agree with him, should be required to work at a gun counter for at least 2 weeks. Because then they might have some idea of what they're talking about.
Some of them know what they're talking about, but money talks. And
right. No,
common sense
Here's
walks.
the thing, and there's a lot of them, even the ones that want our guns, they don't, it's not that they necessarily dislike firearms. They just dislike the fact that we have
You
them.
have them.
Yeah.
They want them. They dislike the fact that we have them, that the people have them.
Right.
And
but
they're
the people that they're trying to get, there's people that they're trying to make laws for are the law-abiding people.
I know. They don't care.
They don't care. I mean, the fact that they're trying to get guns out of criminals' hands, they're going about it the wrong way.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're just hurting the people that are, not breaking the law.
Yeah. I mean,
So-
yeah. Criminals are going to get guns no matter what.
Right.
They don't obey the
They'll
law.
go back in
Make
some
it
alley and
illegal.
buy it,
They
yeah.
don't freaking care.
No, they're already criminals. What's it going to matter to them?
Yeah, exactly. So you sent me a picture, a post on Facebook of a gentleman doing a stellar grip. What's that all about?
Okay, so the guy
I've seen that somewhere.
the guy even
before.
called him out on it.
Yeah.
Right? He's sitting there. He's
So
it's a semi-auto
So this guy was at a gun store,
at a gun store or gun
and
range.
he knows what he's doing, but he
Right.
wanted to. He did a video of this person working at the gun store,
Yes.
trying to
Telling
tell
them
him the proper grip
proper
and how
grip.
to do stuff, and it is outrageous.
Yeah. So he's basically got his thumb on a semi-auto. He's got
Behind
his
the
thumb
slide.
right behind the slide, facing the slide. Like the tip of his thumb is facing the slide.
Yeah, like perfectly
So
behind
he's
it.
gripping his wrist, like
Yeah.
holding onto his right wrist
And he
with
told
his
him, he
left
goes,
hand.
hold till your fingers, squeeze
Yeah,
that.
squeeze it
until
till your fingers
go
turn
white.
Yeah. And the guy's like,
Now, this is the advice that was given to
Yeah,
him?
this
Yes.
is the advice. And
Oh, so this was the person behind the gun counter. This is what he taught him.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so the guy's sitting here knowing full well
I
what's
would
going to
probably do
happen.
something like that, too,
slide's
to be
going to
honest
come
with
back and
That's hilarious.
shave his thumb off,
Yeah.
But he's like, he's doing it. And he's like, not like this. And he's like, yeah. And he goes, well, wouldn't that just shave my thumb off? The guy's like, no.
It'll be okay. You might
it'll
have
be
to
all
move
right.
it to the side a little bit.
Yeah. And I'm just like, so here's my thoughts on that. Make sure that you go to an experienced person and learn this stuff.
Yes.
I mean, I work at a gun counter, but I don't know. Don't listen to every guy at a gun counter.
So I will say the guys
That's
at
being a hypocrite,
the guys
I know,
at the
but-
guys at your store, the guys at DB are great. I've gone into bigger retail gun stores and just I like to go in and listen. Mm-hmm. Kind of like I like to go into yours and just
Right.
kind of like listen. But I'm not listening to you guys. I'm listening to people coming in to buy guns because that's entertaining. When I go to some of these other ones, I listen to the people selling the guns, and they will say whatever they need
To
to
make the
say
sale.
Get that sale,
to
baby.
sell that gun. And I saw a gal in there one day, not in your store, another store, and it's not even a local store to us, but she was trying to be sold. This guy was trying to sell her a little tiny gun that had a laser on. He goes, "Ma'am, you don't even have to load that gun. You just turn that laser on, and people are gonna run away. People are gonna turn tail, and they are gonna run. You honestly, you don't have to load it. You just flip that laser on, and they will be out of there."
Why don't you just buy the laser then and not the gun?
Well, because it's less commission for the guy behind the counter. But yeah, I've heard of
Wow, that's amazing.
yeah. I mean, I've heard all kinds of crazy stuff.
See, I don't work on commission, and I could care less if I sell somebody a gun. But if I'm going to sell them a gun, I want them to have the gun that's right for them
and knowledge to use
and
it.
the knowledge to use
Right.
it. Because I don't want that on my conscience. Somebody going, buying a gun, going out to their truck, and then shooting themselves in the leg.
Right.
Well, some lady about to be assaulted.
Which happened.
Which
too long
happened
ago.
here at some
As
other
far as
local
when-
gun store.
Yeah, the other local gun store.
So
Okay,
anyway.
I missed the reference.
It's a news story we had a while back about a gentleman that had bought a gun and was sitting out in the parking lot with it and ended up shooting himself in the leg and calling law enforcement and dialing
He
911.
called law enforcement on himself.
And we just called 911
Well, he was out in the front of the
Freaking-
store, like right out front
in
of
the
the store.
parking lot. I shot myself in the leg.
Good grief.
Anyway, yeah.
So did they take his firearm?
I don't know what happened. That one got swept under the floor. Like you didn't hear anything about that.
Right. I'm not, if I don't think the person needs a gun, I'm definitely not going to sell them one.
Right.
We've had some pretty scary moments. One where a guy actually thought he was joking, and he put the gun to his head.
Oh my God! See, these
Yeah,
are the thoughts
no.
from behind the gun counter. I want to
And
hear.
I
about
wasn't there, but this is what
I
Val
have
and some
never
of the other
heard
guys
of
were
such a
saying.
thing.
But they reached right over the counter and grabbed the gun from the guy.
And
you
they
know.
tell him he needed to leave.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it was like, no, reach over, grab the gun, put it away. No more guns for you today.
Wow. Wow.
That actually rhymed.
What kind of gun was
it?
Well, dude,
I don't even know because I wasn't there doing it, but it was one of our guys that.
He probably used a high point. It's okay.
I don't know.
Or 1911. It's not going to go bang. He was safe.
But I mean,
Might have been a 9mm.
yeah, something like that. I'm definitely
Why
not
not
selling
hurt
a gun.
it ain't going to hurt if it was a 9mm.
Shake it off.
Point blank to the head won't hurt him.
Oh my gosh. So here we go. And I don't want to be. I see.
I'm trying to remember if that was me.
I see a lot of different guns come through class. There was a gentleman today, and I mean, I'll teach you to shoot. You can bring whatever you want to shoot as long as it is safe. Especially if that's the one you're going to carry, bring it. And there's a guy, and he was a good shot with it. And
You make it sound like it's a crossbow, man.
no, it wasn't. It was a little folding North
American Arms.
Wow.
Arms 22 mag, and
Yeah.
you got to take the cylinder out
Uh-huh.
to reload. And
See, that's why I didn't buy one of
he
those.
shot it well, but it was so small, and he got done, and he's running like 2 shots behind all of us because
Right.
it's 7-round drills. He had like freaking 50 rounds to do by the time we were almost done. He had a bunch of rounds to do. And so I went and got my Kel-Tec PMR 30 and says 20 mag, just load this baby up and let's go.
Yeah.
Let's get this done. And he's shooting so much better.
It's a bigger gun.
Yeah, it's so much
It's
better.
a real gun.
It's a real gun,
So
yeah.
we get done, and at the end of the class, he's a great guy and he shot really well. But it was kind of funny because at the end of class, he's all, we have 2 rounds left. We're gonna shoot the bullseye competition. He goes, "Oh, I can't wait to do the bullseye competition." I said, "Yeah, I know. It'll be great when you're using your little revolver, your little North American." "I can't use yours." I'm like, "No, you can't use mine. You have to shoot the one that you brought to shoot the one that you're going to carry." Okay. I'm like, if it was that much of a problem, maybe you shouldn't carry that firearm.
Right. I wouldn't recommend it to anyone.
But I mean, it works. He just wants to carry something in his pocket. Well, I know. I've seen it all, man. I've seen it all. And good, he was here. He's getting his permit. And that's okay if you people do things a little differently than me. Because hopefully what it is they will learn from it. Does that make
Right.
sense?
Yeah, it's
You'll go
definitely-
out, they'll shoot enough. Hopefully they'll think about it and go, "Man, it took me a long time to reload this baby."
Right.
Or something. And he will change and decide that maybe
30
he needs to
rounds of
upgrade.
22 mag, you don't need to reload for quite a while.
No, not at all. So anyhow, I just thought I'd throw that out there. I found it kind of interesting today. Do we have any more news articles?
Oh, we got lots of news articles.
Okay, you were
that was a
sending
good
them
one.
like crazy. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to print any of them off because, I was busy.
First of all, we have a hero alert.
We have a hero alert.
A hero.
Alert.
It was in St. Louis.
All the radio stations are going to go down for a minute.
At the
Take this moment of silence.
St. Louis.
Sorry.
This man is a national treasure. We need to get his name out there. At the annual World Naked Bike Ride in St. Louis, Missouri, all the people were naked riding their bicycles.
Not only did I read about it, but I attended.
Oh, you were there.
I was there.
Up and down the streets in front of children riding naked on their bicycles.
Oh, that's appropriate.
Yes, in the middle of downtown St. Louis.
The chafing?
I can't. I don't want to imagine nothing about that.
A little bit of Gold Bond powder on the seat it won't do anything.
In this dark moment, in this dark time in American history,
Is it muggy over there?
St. Louis?
It's
Probably
humid
not.
over there.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that?
Soupy. It's all soupy mess. Anyway.
Sorry.
Okay.
Sliding off the banana seats. One cheek on the banana seat.
Oh, can you imagine the scent coming
Grip
from
it.
there?
Grip it. Oh.
Anyway,
Is that a Huffy?
during this dark period of American history, a hero rises from the shadows and breaks out his paintball gun.
Oh, hell yes.
And begins to pepper them. And shoots naked asses everywhere. And he ran them from the street. And they don't have his name yet at the time of this. But God bless this man.
Yeah, totally. I totally agree with that. I'm sorry. I know the guy probably got arrested for it, but you know what? Kudos to him.
Can you imagine the people watching this go down, the people watching these naked people ride bikes? Can you imagine what they're saying?
1,000
Oh, look, it's
riders.
a giant. Oh, is that a mongoose?
1,000 riders.
I'm sorry. Is that a giant mongoose?
It's a specialized.
I'm sorry we ruined your story.
No. I'm trying to find his name.
Oh.
Anyway,
You got this little guy on a BMX. You know?
none of his name. But yes, thank you, brave gentleman with your paintball gun.
Yeah,
That would be
kudos
awesome
to him.
to see.
It needed to be done. As far as I'm
Slapping welts
concerned.
up on him everywhere. That's just hideous, man. How can you have that?
Slap it. Something's going to be slapping you right in that bicycle. Never mind. I got too into. I got
stuck in the chain.
Oh, that's when a jail seat would come in handy.
Yeah. Gel.
Okay, he's a hero.
A hero.
He is a hero. You got another story there?
I got a few of them, but one of the main ones that we need to hit
I
is
think we ran out of that one.
the TAPS Act.
Is that the TAPS Act?
This is a Congress bill.
TAPS.
It's HR 6664. 666. Huh?
Oh, it's
You want me to read it?
dead.
Here you go.
giveaway.
Take a look. That is the
I'll give
summary.
My best reading voice.
Okay. Get the music in the background.
Okay. The Threat Assessment,
Threat Assessment.
Prevention and Safety Act of 2018.
Prevention? First word right there. Whoop, nope.
Prevention
Yeah. Threat Assessment. What is it? Prevention and Safety.
and Safety Act. Isn't there a movie about this?
Yeah. It's called, what is it called? Pre-crime. The pre-crime movie with Tom Cruise. No.
We
No.
talked about this the other day. What was it?
Come on, man. Tom Cruise with the
know.
pre-crime department and
I'll keep reading.
same thing.
This bill directs the Department of Homeland Security,
Yeah, that was gonna be a good
DHS,
one.
to establish within itself a joint threat assessment and management task force, which shall provide recommendations to Congress and DHS on the development and implementation of a national strategy for preventing targeted violence through threat assessment and management.
Wow.
They're doing a lot there.
Yeah.
The task force shall make recommendations relating to the most effective use of existing government infrastructure, workforce,
NSA.
and experience, unit support, training, and school violence prevention. The bill defines threat assessment and management as systematic and evidence-based process of 1. Identifying individuals whose behavior indicates a capacity for committing acts of violence.
Hold up. What was that?
Wait.
Read that again.
I have the
Number
capacity.
1, identifying individuals whose behavior indicates a capacity for committing acts of violence. So they haven't committed violence yet.
But your behavior is pointing to the fact
the
that
fact
you're
that you
going
have
to.
the capacity.
The capacity to.
Oh, you have
Not
the
you're
capacity
going
to.
that you may one day commit violence.
So they're gonna look at this report.
They're looking
They got
into
this
the
big
future.
stamp that says denied, right on the paper.
And I guarantee you, what have you guys?
Minority,
posted all
is it
kinds of-
Minority Report.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you.
Minority Report. I've posted all kinds of stuff on Facebook, right?
You
I do
have
a
the
podcast.
capacity to be dangerous.
I talk on the radio.
Now, what they're going to do is they're going to take all your social media
Take your guns
posts.
away.
Exactly. That's the step they're going to do. They're going to take all your social media posts. You don't have social media? Okay, you got a smartphone?
Let me look at your text.
Well, it's
message.
constantly recording.
Yeah.
You got a smart TV? It's constantly recording. Got an Alexa? Come on. You got online shopping? Do you have a debit card that we can see your purchases? Have you been on a podcast? You are going to be deemed a threat, and they're going to that's a backdoor channel to take your firearms, sponsored by Republicans from Texas.
I love how I've never committed a crime in my life. I mean, I had like a speeding ticket once, but I'm deemed a threat just because of being on a podcast or what I say on my social media.
Look at the shirt you're wearing.
All right, yeah.
Oh, it's got an American flag on it, man.
Because it has Patriot on the back of it, I'm deemed a xenophobe.
We're going to talk about that, and we're going to talk about that in a minute. I might have to change my business name.
Well, you remember the DHS, how many years ago was that, was teaching that people who believe in the Founding Fathers, the Bible, or the Constitution were domestic terrorists. You guys remember that, right?
Oh, yeah, I do remember that.
Oh, my gosh.
That was several years back. Now, that's your Department of Homeland Security. Sieg Heil. That's them.
Wow.
All traitors.
Yeah.
Anyway, continue reading.
Number 2, investigating and gathering information to assess whether
NSA.
such individuals pose a real threat. And number 3, the subsequent management of such a threat. So they're going to manage us.
That's the firearm confiscation.
They are going to manage us even though we have done nothing wrong. We show that possibly we have the capacity to do something in the future.
Everybody has the capacity to be violent.
Because you have 4 guns and 1,000 rounds of ammo, you have an arsenal.
Yeah.
And this is Representative Brian Babin from Texas that is the sponsor, and the co-sponsor is Dan Crenshaw.
Dan Crenshaw.
Yes.
Crenshaw? One-Eye Crenshaw?
Yeah, One-Eye Crenshaw.
Dan Crenshaw.
They always take our heroes to use them against us.
What the heck?
And matter of fact, he actually just voted. They have a bill that they're trying to get temporary amnesty for every man, woman, and child in Venezuela because things are bad in Venezuela. So we're going to let all 30 freaking million of them in the United States. Crenshaw voted for that one also.
Why don't they just take out their leader?
They got
Or just seal them up.
There you go.
Sorry,
dude.
folks.
They're recording that.
Well,
They're going to take your
didn't
guns.
they do something similar like in Panama or somewhere, Grenada or whatever?
They're going to take your guns, Mr. Mark.
Now, this was from last year with all the chaos in the news. I hadn't heard of this one, the TAPS Act. TAPS.
Yeah, because they're trying to distract
for-
you. They're trying to make you look over here while they're doing something over there.
And that doesn't stand for the Atlantic Paranormal Society.
The Atlantic Paranormal. Oh, dang it. That works.
So it's bad, dude. So while you're looking at the right hand, you always need to watch what the left hand is doing.
Sleight of hand.
Yeah, because you're on there, you read the news, you haven't heard of this. Tarver dug this up.
Yeah.
You dug this up, Mr. Tarver.
Yeah, well, it's shame on me. It was from last year. It was, what is it? It's 10 months old.
First I've heard of it.
I didn't see. First I heard of it was I saw, because everybody likes Dan Crenshaw. Dan Crenshaw's one of our guys, right?
Yeah.
He's on our side. He's a Navy SEAL. He's got a Purple Heart, man. He's missing an eye. He's Captain America, right? So he's doing this speech and he's promoting this TAPS Act. And I'm like, what's the TAPS Act? And I started looking up the TAPS Act. And I'm like, oh my God, never heard of such a thing. People, call your White House. Call your White House. We got a president. God bless him. We all love him. He hates the Second Amendment.
He does.
He is not a friend to the Second Amendment. And you can call the White House comment line at 202-456-1111, Monday through Friday. I think it's 9 to 5 Eastern time. You don't have to give your name, your phone number, your email. They got all that. They know who you are. They got a satellite watching you as soon as you dial the number. Come on. And leave a comment for the president and tell him, back up off our Second Amendment. Leave our suppressors alone. Stop with this. I mean, we thought red flag was bad. This.
The same thing. I mean, this is.
But they don't need anybody to call it in now.
Yeah, they don't.
They're going to go through everything.
It's going to be an algorithm that's going to label
that's
everybody
exactly what it'll be.
as, this guy's got 3 guns. Yeah. My God, what do you need 3 guns for?
We heard he found a couple 9mm rounds in the alley the other day.
They supposedly came down on Facebook for not having their security high enough. Yeah, right.
Yeah, so
crazy.
That is, red flag. Red flag is 1980s technology, folks. We ain't got to worry about that. We got something bigger now. TAPS Act. Look it up. Keep an eye on it.
Keep us informed. That's your job. Keep us informed.
And give us a call.
And give us a call. I think I need to check our line to see if it's still working. No one calls.
Well, I think email is the easier way to go anyway.
You know what? I think email. I think just calling me. leave me a message. I get messages all the time. So go ahead and just give them
So
our
if
800.
you do want to call the hotline and leave a message for us,
Or if you have an idea for a Yeet Cannon video.
yeah, if you want to see Todd shoot a fly off at the top of a nail with the Yeet Cannon, call the podcast hotline at 1-208-696-4397. I prefer email. Email us at patriotdefense13@yahoo.com. Check out the website. There will be YouTube videos hopefully posted
Hopefully
soon.
by next week, they're going to link my YouTube channel to my website.
That would be awesome. And then if you want to leave a message straight to Todd,
Call me, text me. Area code 620-794-6223. That's area code 620-794-6223. I will respond. I promise you I will respond. The phone is constantly in my pocket. How long does it take me to respond to a text?
Man, you so easy to track.
I am so easy to track.
They got you.
They do.
we do want to hear from you folks. Call, leave a message, do whatever you want to do. Comment, like, share, do all that stuff. Let us know what your thoughts are. If you have any questions or ideas or whatever, we want to hear them.
Like, share, Patriot Defense. Leave us. We're not done yet. We still got a few more minutes, but
Right.
leave us a review on iTunes. If you do that, that immediately gets you one entry to win this Yeet Cannon.
The Yeet Cannon
This
giveaway.
Yeet Cannon giveaway.
The
And
Yeet
you
Cannon
could
G1.
you can enter multiple times. So if you review us on iTunes, I will see that. You get an entry. You like and share our page or one of our posts. I will see that as well, and I will give you another entry. If you live close enough and you take a class, that's 2 more entries. That could be 4 entries. If you take 3 classes from me in 3 months, that's 6 entries, people. Someone's going to win this.
They take it for 3.
If you
You just
could,
give them a Yeet.
I'm going to be busy. I'm going to have to quit my day job.
Benjamin, ready the Yeet Cannon.
That's right.
Have to order these by the case.
Exactly.
We have any listeners in Australia?
We do. We lit up Australia. Finally. I'm going to pull it up. But let me ask you guys a question.
Aussie.
I had someone bring up how important, and I've never thought about doing this, but I could get someone in to help me do this. How important do you think a class on handgun retention would be? Do you think that would interest anybody? Handgun retention.
Retention, holster-wise or just...
Holster-wise, like keeping it safe from someone trying to get it, that kind of thing.
Yeah, any kind of self-defense like that. Yeah.
A retention
It's-
type
it's
class.
highly overlooked.
Someone asked about that.
Yeah.
So I might look into doing that here
Keep
sooner.
it from falling out.
Yeah.
And keep people away from it type thing.
Here sooner or later. I might look into doing something like that. So do we got any other news stories while I look something up for a minute?
We got one from Australia that I'm loving right now.
Go
That's why
for
I
it.
asked.
And I want to look up the Australia thing.
These guys have the most polite criminals I've ever seen in my life, okay? Australia. I thought the Brits, I thought the UK,
They're criminals.
they had polite criminals, well, until they imported, new ones. The cops didn't even have to carry guns. But here's a man in Australia carrying $140 million worth of meth, right?
Whoa.
In his van. $140 million. What does he do?
Do you have a rattlesnake in there too?
It does not say.
That was last week's story.
Viper.
But he went to the Sydney police station and decided to drive around their parking lot in his van with $140 freaking million worth of meth and crashed into a police car.
Oh, sorry. Oh, wait, that's Canada.
Yeah, he's like, y'all not going to stop me, so I'm just going to hit your police car. And it wasn't a little gentle tap here.
my God.
He
rammed into
Oh.
yeah, he plowed into this guy so they could, and they come out and said, "Hey, mate, what's up?" And they're like, "Oh, sorry, I got $140 million worth of meth here," and turned himself in. Outstanding.
Well, that's
what criminal?
What
Was
a
he on
nice
meth at the
guy.
I don't know. Maybe
I think maybe he was on. I would think maybe he was on meth at the time.
that is such a great story. $140 million worth of meth, and I mean, he hits this police car. He hits it. That's got to be a 60-mile-per-hour impact.
So, oh my gosh, we're everywhere.
Okay.
We're look at this. Look at the countries we're lighting up. Look at that.
Are we in Egypt? Because somebody keeps calling me from Egypt.
You're popular in Egypt.
Is it BFE?
We are in. I'm trying to see how many people. Does it tell me?
200,000.
Oh, I wish. 4. We have 4 listeners in Australia.
What?
4 listeners.
I think we had 5, and one of them ran into the police car.
I think so. We have got 7 listeners in Sweden.
All right.
Well, podcasts add a couple hundred listeners. Kind of like TV adds a couple 100 pounds.
There you go.
I don't know. Anyway, yeah.
Anything else?
Yeah, Google is not
the
liking
Google.
on us.
I'm going to have to change my name, my Patriot Defense, my business name. I'm going to look this up. I got it
Right.
on here.
So if you go on Google and you type in the word Patriot,
I'm going to read it for you here. Hang on.
it comes up with definition of the term Patriot. Now, Google, being the almighty, powerful entity that they are nowadays, has decided to.
Since Department of Justice can't seem to find a criminal anywhere but a gun owner. I'm
So
like,
they've
come on, man.
decided to add to the term or add to the definition of the term Patriot, and they've made several additions on what it means.
Google's Patriot synonyms is a nationalist, loyalist, isolationist, or xenophobe.
A xenophobe.
Yeah, so I'm
Xenophobe.
instantly labeled a xenophobe because I'm a patriot.
Because you're a patriot.
Because Google says so.
Because you got a freaking flag on your shirt.
Yeah, and it says Patriot right on the back of my shirt. And it says it right on top of your hat.
Patriot Defense. So I tell you what, get your Patriot Defense hats right now. The Merriam-Webster dictionary, Patriot definition is one who loves and supports his or her country. So they are redefining the word. They are doing what the media always does. They're taking a word and they are making it their own. They're redefining it. So they want everyone to think that once they hear the word patriot, that it stands for something horrible because they want to mislabel us. They want people to hate us. They don't like the patriot movement. They don't like anything like that.
Yeah.
Just like they did with assault rifles. They see an AR, they call it an assault rifle. It doesn't stand for assault rifle, but they call it an assault rifle. You see a black rifle, they call it an assault rifle. And people take assault rifle and they put that with fully automatic rifle. And they've been doing that for so many years.
They're stupid.
That they think people, the average everyday person who's not a gun dude, thinks they rely on the media to tell them what's going on.
Right.
And
They can't make their own decisions.
They think black rifle, that's a fully automatic.
Or they
don't
can't
even
educate
understand what a
themselves.
semi-automatic is. It gets to the point now where that lady in California is calling a semi-auto evil, horrible man killers, whatever she called it. And so now they're just going to take that and they're just going to lump semi-auto, I'm sure, into a full auto.
That's so crazy because all mine are just sitting in my safe and they haven't killed anyone.
You know what? I don't shoot my AR. It's been in my safe for it's been laying out here for 2 years. But it's been in the safe for the 4 before that. It hasn't done a dang
It
thing.
hasn't killed anybody.
And you know what? And no one's cleaned it either.
So
You did.
I did. I cleaned it.
You cleaned it.
I cleaned your whole bolt carrier group.
I'm sure the barrel needs ran through. You want to take it
I haven't done
home?
the barrel.
Do you want to take it home?
People don't use Google.
No.
Use DuckDuckGo. Go to DuckDuckGo. They don't filter your searches. If you search for something on Google,
Searching.
you can't find. They hide a lot of stuff that you may be looking for. If you want unfiltered searches, go to DuckDuckGo. In times past, you could use other search engines, but when you really needed to find something, you had to go to Google anyway because they were the best. DuckDuckGo is now much better, and they're unfiltered. You can find anything you're looking for, and they don't track your searches. And
Is it all one word or is it like separate words?
I don't know. Just type in DuckDuckGo, and you'll find it. It's a search engine. Matter of fact, it's on your phone.
Is there an app for it?
It's you have an iPhone. It's in your search engines. Just select, go down the
Oh, okay.
DuckDuckGo.
Hey, did you see this fancy new knife I bought at D&B?
Oh, it's got the speed assist, huh?
Yeah.
Kershaw.
I like it.
Yeah, that's all I carry is Kershaw.
By the way, I'm going to throw this out there for our Idaho listeners. And whoever hasn't done it, you're going to be just like me. You're going to be running into D&B Supply on Monday or Tuesday, and you're going to be picking up your tags that you drew for.
Oh, yeah.
I should actually
Better do
be
it.
in tomorrow.
You have till the 1st.
I'm going to be in tomorrow, or you lose them. If you drew for tags, you don't want to lose
You
them.
don't use it, you lose
Might
it.
be 65 years before you draw again.
Yeah. It will
So,
be.
anything else, or you think we are done here and it's time to go eat dinner?
What are we having?
I don't know that I'm even eating dinner. I just need to eat dinner.
Oh, you telling me it's time for me to go?
That's what
Get
I'm
out.
saying. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
So, if we're good, we're good. And what about next week? You guys down for next week? We're at the beginning of a month next week.
We're at the beginning of a month. But I got a vacation next month.
I don't even know what next week is.
You can phone in. You
I
can
think I'm
phone
good.
in.
I think I'm good.
I don't even know what today is.
Today's the 27th.
27th. Oh, well, I don't know. I'll have to
Okay.
check the calendar.
Hey, did you ever check on the August 17th class? Can you help me out then? Do you know yet?
I don't know yet. I don't think that schedule's going out that far, so I can.
Are you listening, Jerry?
I
Makes
can
your
put. I'll
schedule.
put in for the time.
Does Jerry make your schedule?
I'm just curious since you have that open. What does DuckDuckGo say for Patriot?
Oh,
Yeah, what's the DuckDuckGo definition for Patriot?
You better not fail me now. I don't.
Is that like Red Rover, Red Rover?
You just go to your settings and it's in your search engine. This is a major search
Well, it
engine.
comes
now.
right up with New England Patriots, but okay, definition. Okay, there we go. One who loves and supports his or her country.
There you go.
That's all it says, and that's all it
That's
should
the
say.
only definition there is.
That should be the only thing. Okay,
That should
synonyms.
be it.
Let's go to synonyms.
Synonyms.
17th century. Boy, it sure goes into lots.
Speak into
it
the
goes into
mic.
lots of detail. But no, it doesn't say anything about xenophobes or
Does it say anything about
nationalists or.
Wolverine?
Oh, that'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. Red Dawn.
Red Dawn. Okay, boys. I think we are about through here. What do you guys think? I think that's good. I think it's good for the day. I think we've covered the stories. We've made the people happy. Do not forget about the high point. And I'm going to bump your mic. And the Yeet Cannon. The Yeet Cannon is storming America.
The G1. Is that a G1 or
That is
GI?
G1.
Wait, you said
GI.
don't forget. I just forgot about it.
That's a
a
G1.
G1.
And I will get you guys in some videos coming up. We're going to get some more abuse videos. Some
Abuse.
more abuse the Yeet Cannon, the test of the Yeet Cannon. And, yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do next, but I'll figure something out. There'll be another
We'll
one
do
coming
the
out
oops
this week.
test.
The oops test.
Yeah. Oops.
There you go. Okay. Until then, we will see you guys next week. Bye.